Hello, Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope so all of you fine. Respected students, today we discuss a difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. We all know that in our earth, all kind of species either having prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cells. So there are a lot of difference between both of these two cells. So we have these two cells according to this diagram. In this diagram, we have two different kind of cells. One is the prokaryotic cells, look at that. Other is the eukaryotic cell. So there are a lot of difference between both of these two cells. We all know that in our earth, all species either having prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cells. So first of all, we try to discuss there are the main difference between both of these two cells. So the difference number one is their nucleus. So the point number one is the nucleus. Students, prokaryotic cells, in this diagram you will see that in prokaryotic cells there is a single chromatin which is called nucleoid. In prokaryotic cells, no membrane bounded nucleus. So in prokaryotes, the main difference between nucleus of eukaryote and prokaryotic nucleus is without membrane, without envelope, without nuclear membrane, which is also known as a nucleoid. And nucleoid is the region in which a single chromosome chromatin is present. On the other hand, we have this eukaryotic cells. A eukaryotic cell, you will see that in this diagram, this is the eukaryotic nucleus, and eukaryotic cells nucleus covering with membrane, which is also known as a nuclear envelope. So its nucleus is covered with membrane. So membrane bounded nucleus is present in eukaryote compared to prokaryote. In prokaryote, no membrane bounded nucleus is present. So this is the difference number one. So now we will discuss the difference number two, and difference number two is the size of ribosomes. Size of ribosomes. You will see that ribosome is present in prokaryote as well as in eukaryote, but there is a difference, lot of difference between both of these two cells, and difference number two is the ribosomes. The size of ribosome of prokaryote are smaller as compared to the size of ribosome of eukaryotes. Generally, we use a unit which is known as a Swedberg, and Swedberg represent the value or size of ribosomes. We all know that a ribosome of prokaryote is usually equal to 70 Swedberg, and on the other hand, eukaryotic ribosome is the larger one and its size is 80s. So size of eukaryotic cell is greater as compared to prokaryotic. Next, point number three, organelles, membrane bonded organelles. So respective students, in both of these two diagrams, we have lot of membrane bonded organelles. You will see that in eukaryotes, there is a endoplasmic reticulum, same as mitochondria. This is one is a mitochondria, this one is the Golgi bodies, etc. So on. So in prokaryotes, you will see that there is a no typical membrane bonded organelles is present. So point number three, organelles. So when we discuss organelles, in prokaryotic cells, no membrane bonded organelles are present. And in eukaryotes, membrane bonded organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, these are present. So this is also a main difference between both of these two cells. Now the difference number four is their cell wall. So you will see that cell wall is also present in prokaryotes. This is the cell wall. This one is the cell wall. Like this one is the cell wall, and cell wall is also present in eukaryote too. Actually, this is a an eukaryotic animal cell. So in this diagram, there is an absence of cell wall, but eukaryotic plant cell having cell wall, and cell wall is the outermost structure which is present outside of the cell membrane. So in prokaryote, cell wall is also present. In eukaryotic cells, cell wall is also present, but the difference between their composition. Prokaryotic cell wall is usually much more complex, conjugated, which is also known as a peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan means amino acids and sugar. So prokaryotic cell wall is much more complex, which is made with amino acids and glycan sugar, mean protein or sugar formation. Or eukaryotic cell, when we discuss about eukaryotes, especially like plants, plant cell wall composition, plant cell wall is made with simple single molecule like cellulose, same as fungi. If we discuss fungi cell wall is made with chitin. So cell wall of bacteria is made with peptidoglycan, and the cell wall of eukaryotic cell like plants made with cellulose, fungi cell wall is made with chitin, etc. So the difference number five, fifth one is their cell size, average cell size. Dear students, both of these two cells having different size. Prokaryotic cells are usually smaller as compared to eukaryotic cells. Usually, eukaryotic cells are 10 times larger than the prokaryotes. Like our red blood cells is a 10 times greater in size compared to bacteria cell size. So eukaryotic cells having a greater size compared to prokaryotes, and their size are mentioned with a micrometer reading. For example, eukaryotic cell size are 5 to 10 micrometer compared to eukaryotic. Obviously, it's 10 times lesser than 5 to 10 micrometer. Now we have a last difference of this lecture. Last difference are species, kingdoms. Kingdoms. In kingdom system, there are five kingdom systems are present. In this five kingdom system, lot of species are present. So according to five kingdom systems, only one kingdom, which is called kingdom Monera, represent kingdom prokaryotes. Kingdom Monera represent prokaryotic, and in kingdom Monera, bacteria and cyanobacteria groups are present. And compared to eukaryotes, out of five kingdom, four kingdom like kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Protista, and kingdom Fungi. These four kingdoms are usually having eukaryotic cell. So out of five kingdom, only one kingdom Monera having prokaryotic cell, rest of the four having prokaryotic cells. So that's we have today our topic, difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. As I mentioned before, this one is one of the most important topic, especially for board point of view, inter part 1 or even for matriculation part 1. So you must need to prepare this question right now. If you have any kind of problem, you can ask me questions in my comments box. For further video, subscribe my channel, Your Dream Teachers. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.